Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Lights and Buttons, and in today's video we will be talking about a recent watch repair that I had. I want to kind of give you a little story time as to what happened. I'm not sponsored by Seiko by any means. This is just my personal story on what it's like for someone that's not even a watch expert. I don't consider myself a watch expert at all. Someone that just likes watches from a hobby / style standpoint, and then getting it repaired under warranty. I noticed that right from the start, and even months after, it kept losing time even though I'm wearing it every day. So then I sent it into Seiko. But I'm gonna open up the box first and then show you what's inside from a watch that's recently repaired by Seiko. So let's go ahead and do that and we'll get on with the story. So for me, the beginning part of this process was actually the most confusing, at least in my opinion, because the way they do it was a little bit different than what I would imagine. For me, I would have thought that I would contact a company and say, hey, I want something repaired. They create a record, like a ticket number or something, a repair number, and then they give you a label, or they charge you for a shipping label, and then you send it off for the repair. But not in this case. For Seiko, they want you to have all the documentation put into a box, including the watch. You pack it, you send it, and then they create that repair number. So it's a little bit of a different method, but I guess that's okay as long as it works, which it obviously did. So to kickstart this process, I went to their website. They asked for some initial information such as your name, your address, some information about the watch, including a case back number and a serial number, both of which you can find behind your watch, and then of course a short description of the issue. Along with that, they also want a copy of the receipt. So if you have that, definitely keep that handy around, so you can include that. And also, what comes with your watch if you're buying it new is a warranty card. So it says certificate of limited warranty. You include that, you pack it, you send it to them, and then provided that you give them your email, they'll keep you up to date via email, which is pretty nice. And what was interesting was that because I'm getting this repaired in mid 2021, and there's also supply shortages, and not only that, for the type of repair that I was looking for this watch, I originally thought that because the watch was losing time, that you had to adjust the regulator and then boom, done, and they put it all back together and send it to me. But that's not the case. They actually needed a repair part from Japan. So for Seiko, at least in the US, their repair center is in New Jersey, so I had to wait for the part to come in, which took a bunch of time. So shipping it took a few days, but the actual repair process took 10 weeks. So not really the fault of Seiko, because they needed something shipped overseas. There's a bunch of things happening around the world. It just naturally took time. So I think they did an excellent job. They kept me up to date. I called them a couple of times asking for an update, but they did tell me that they were waiting on a part. So in terms of the status updates, they were pretty up to date with that. And then when they shipped it back, it took about like a day to come back to my place, and it, as you saw, it came back pretty neat, and I'm pretty happy about the repair. To sum this all up, I'm glad I got the watch back now that I can finally wear it. And looking at the paperwork in terms of what's being repaired, there's two line items. The first one being the movement repair, second one being a water test, and both of them listed as no charge, and the balance is zero, so that's great. Now, if I had to critique this process, I would say that I wish Seiko would have covered the shipping charges to the facility, because this is warranty work. So it would have been nice for Seiko to cover the shipping charges to that. Not that $15 would break the bank, but it would have been a nice thing for Seiko to do for this type of work. Prior to this, I never had any repair work done, so this is my first time going through a process like this. Prior to this, I was wearing this older one for actually over 10 years. So I decided to stay with Seiko because this watch lasted for such a long time, and hopefully this watch will last just as long, if not longer, than my other watch. That's all I have for today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.